Ladies and gentlemen, you could make the argument that the Switch is in the end of its life cycle, and I would have to agree with you. It seems like we're headed on the way out, but that does not stop the fact that there are some amazing games that hit this platform. You know, if we were going off last year, or the year before, even at the start of the Switch, every single year, if you asked me 10 games to recommend you to the Switch, it would change every single time. So now that we're at the end of its life cycle, I think this is the best time to go ahead and give you 10 games that every Nintendo Switch owner needs to play. My name is Robot Joe, and I'm your host as always. Let's get started. Yeah, I think with so many great games that have came out, it's a good time to go and recap and make a new list of 10 games that every Switch owner needs to play, buy, own, whatever you want to call it. Before we get into this video, I want to say thank you so much for everybody who subscribed. I can't believe it. That's freaking crazy. I finally have 1,000 subscribers. I think I went up like 70 subscribers in 24 hours, which is insane for a small channel like me. So every subscribe, comment, like, anything is always much appreciated. So as always, if you could, hit a like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Let's get right into it. Metroid Prime Remastered is everything a remastered game should be, can be. This is the blueprint moving forward. One of the most beloved games that ever came out on the GameCube. The Metroid series itself is just an awesome series. What they did with this game is it's beyond believable. I mean, it's more of a remake than a remastered. Just imagine that. A game that was on GameCube that was remastered on the Switch is now one of the best games on the Switch, period, of all time. This is an insane thing to say, but it is true. It's only $40 too, which is kind of weird for Nintendo. You know, every first party Nintendo game, it's $60. They said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make one of the greatest Switch games of all time, and we're going to charge $40 for it. And that's exactly what they did, and this game is more than worth it. Let's just get it over with. Tears of the Kingdom, the greatest Zelda game of all time. Breath of the Wild, it was like, how can they top this? It almost seems like a demo for Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom is phenomenal. I have been playing this game, and it's fun. You can go on your Switch and you can look like to see how much time you've played a game. I was like, man, I've probably played like a good 15 hours of this game. I haven't really done that much. I've just been messing around. I went and checked, and I've played over 30 hours of Tears of the Kingdom, and I have barely done legit anything. Somehow they have redefined what gaming is with abilities like Recall and Ultra Hand and Fuse. It's just anything you think is possible, there's a good chance it actually might be. This is Nintendo's most expensive game at $70, but if any game is going to be $70, this is the perfect game to be that price point. It's something you can play forever and always find something new. So if you were to ask me, what is the best Mario game on Switch? Everybody's answer, for good reason, would probably be Super Mario Odyssey, and I wouldn't have any pushback against that. But if you have one chance to play just any Mario game on Switch, I would have to recommend Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury. This is such a great game. It is so well made. It is addicting to go through each level, each world. I have beat this game in full 2 times. I believe this was originally on the 3DS, and then they brought it over to the Wii U, and then they added some content to it for the Switch. But it's not just Super Mario 3D World. They've added a complete extra game called Bowser's Fury, and this is kind of like a open world sandbox-esque Mario game made with amazing graphics. Everything looks so freaking good. I think it is a glimpse into the future of what Mario games can be. Yeah, I have to go out and just say it straight up. This is in fact my favorite Mario game on the Switch, and I would recommend this over any other Mario game on the entire platform. What can I say about Hollow Knight? This game is more of an experience than a game. I never thought I would enjoy games like this. Played it because it was on sale in the eShop, and after playing for 2 or 3 days, it is in my top 10 favorite video games of all time, and it made me appreciate more simpler games. Everything doesn't have to be a AAA blockbuster game. This is an indie game made by Team Cherry. This is in the greatest video games of all time list, every single time somebody mentions it. We are waiting on a sequel to this game. Hopefully we'll have some new information soon. But yeah, this game is special. The atmosphere they lay out before you is something extraordinary, and it's very addicting, and it's eerie at times, it's charming at times. It's just a amazing work of art. Nintendo and Pokemon kind of synonymous with each other. The Switch actually has a bunch of Pokemon games on it, but the one that I would recommend is Pokemon Legends Arceus. This is a different take on Pokemon. It's not your standard Pokemon game, and I think this is the first Pokemon game chronologically. They go back to the roots. They tell you how all this Pokemon world stuff started, and it's not more battle driven. It's more focused on catching Pokemon, and that's something I just normally don't do in Pokemon games. I might catch 25 Pokemon in every Pokemon game I play. I'll get my favorite 6 Pokemon, and I'll just run through the entire game with those Pokemon. This game forces you to catch multiple Pokemon every single time to be able to advance to the next area, Persona. I'm never going to do it justice by explaining it, but definitely Pokemon Legend Arceus. Out of any Pokemon game on the Switch, I would have to recommend this one. Another game I just thought that wasn't for me is Kirby games. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is amazing. If you've played anything like Super Mario Odyssey, this kind of feels like Kirby's adventure like that, you know? Kirby is a hero and he's going to go through and he's going to save the day. Each level is cool, it has its own theme. Kirby has multiple abilities. He turns into all these different things like a warrior Kirby, a Kirby with a sword, Kirby with fire. This was one of my favorite freaking games I played on the Switch, period. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to enjoy it. I got it. I could not put it down. I beat this thing in like a week. And yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, if I'm ever bored, this is a game I will definitely pick up again and rebeat. And just off the strength of this game alone, it made me a Kirby fan. The Switch is full of RPGs, JRPGs, whatever. There's tons to choose from. Persona 3, 4, and 5. These are the games that I would recommend. The Persona series is a beloved series, and it just was weird them not being on the Switch. They made perfect sense for the Switch. Now, Persona 3 and 4 I believe come as a package, and Persona 5 is its own standalone game. But any of these games are going to do you justice. They are JRPGs done perfect. There's a reason why they're held in so high regard. This is another thing I don't think I can really explain it to you or sell it to you. If you know what they are, then you're immediately gonna say, yeah, I need to play these games. Just take my recommendation. If you want some JRPG action, pick up any version of these games. You're going to have a great time playing them, and I think they just fit on the Switch so well. Having the conversation, what is the best looking Switch game? There's a couple options out there. The one that I'm willing to put up every single time in any argument is Luigi's Mansion 3. This game is amazing. It is so fun. It is so different. Luigi is one of my favorite Mario characters because he's an underdog, right? He's the guy you just root for. And in Luigi's Mansion, it's his job to finally save everybody. And not just the gameplay and story for which this game is awesome for. It's the graphics. This game is just beautiful and it's so well designed and made. Now, if you take it a step further and you have a Switch OLED, I would argue it's like almost too impressive. I played Luigi's Mansion 3 when I had my OG Switch, enjoyed it, thought it looked amazing. I got a Switch OLED and I was like, man, the first game that I want to play on my Switch OLED is Luigi's Mansion 3. And that's exactly what I did, and it was so freaking beautiful. It gave me a glimpse into what a Switch Pro could be. Like, imagine all the games look that good. But besides the graphics, the story, the gameplay, the charm of it, the adventure you're gonna have, Luigi's Mansion 3 is a freaking must play on the Switch. For the last game, it was a pretty hard choice, and I thought, what game is a must play? And that is the Portal Collection. This is Portal 1 and 2, and these are games that are gonna challenge you to think outside the box. These, again, are games that come up on the list of the best video games of all time. I never played them. I thought, I don't know if that's for me. You know, it kind of looks like a puzzle game. You just shoot some stuff, you warp through some holes. How good could it really be? This was a huge mistake. These games are something special. Again, I would have to call them works of art, but they're more than that because they challenge you to use your brain in gaming in ways you never thought was possible. The same thing, Tears of the Kingdom kind of redefined gaming. I would argue that Portal did the same thing. Up is down, left is right, forwards is backwards. Nothing is going to make sense until you make it make sense. You always have to find a way to get through these levels. And it's not like there's a lot of controls. All you do is have a gun that opens up portals and holes in the wall. That sounds very simple. This game is nothing close to that. No people are going to have the same experience, and those are games that are always worth cherishing. Guys, like I said, the Switch is nearing the end of its life cycle, and that's an okay thing because the Switch did exactly what it came to do. It revived Nintendo, selling like crazy, becoming one of the most popular gaming consoles of all time, and I think it got a lot of gamers back into gaming. If you have a chance to play any one of these games that I've mentioned here, I think you're going to have a great time. In the comments below, please let me know your favorite games that are on the Switch, anything that I missed on this list, anything you would add, take off, whatever you want to mention, please drop it in the comments below. And as always, guys, please, if you enjoy this kind of content, hit a like and subscribe. I can't believe we're at 1,000 subscribers. I can't do that. So thank you for hitting that like and subscribe button. It means the world. As always, you guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.